A big wingman, welcome to the wingman's path, to positivity, to raising your vibration, and to creating a life of your choosing. I welcome you and I thank you and I appreciate you inviting me and all us wingmates in to share a spark of positive energy. Because one thing we've all learned on the path is the more of us that share that spark of positive energy, the easier it becomes for each one of us to hold on to it and share it with our friends and our families and our loved ones and our neighbors and our communities. And the quicker we get that to be surrounded by positive energy, the easier it is for us to raise our vibration and start seeing so clearly the path to creating a life of our choosing. So I welcome you and I thank you for sharing today's practice and today's positivity moment with us. Today's practice I called, I know what I don't want. I don't want this, right? In my years of coaching people, and whether it's before I became a certified law of attraction coach or after, anytime I'd sit down with a client and I'd say, well, you know, what do you want? They'd say, I don't know, but I know I don't want this. I can tell you 9 out of 10 times that would happen. I don't know, but I know I don't want this. And I'd always say the same thing. Well, that's a great place to start. Knowing what we don't want is a great place to start for figuring out what we do want, right? It's a great place to start. The issue, though, is that sometimes when we don't say what we want, when we don't think about what we want, and we continue to harp on what we don't want, we continue to send out a vibration of not knowing what we want. We continue to send out that vibration of not knowing what we want. And when we do, you know the story if you've been with us on the path for any length of time at all, the universe keeps sending us back more of what we don't want, right? Because we think we're avoiding it, and we think when we think about what we're doing and what we want, we're not thinking about what we don't want, but really the vibration of that becomes so strong. So it's simple. What do? When we know what we don't want, well, what I like to do is just quickly turn it right around, because I think the quicker we can get to saying what we want, even if it's not, too many people think it has to be perfect. Too many people think what we want has to be perfect. All it has to be is in the direction of what you want. Because as you start thinking about what you want and saying what you want and getting clear on what you want, you start sending out that vibration. And then it gets better and better and better. You know the saying, right? The better it gets, the better it gets. So by thinking about what we want and saying it clearly and stating it to ourselves and to the universe, we start moving in that direction, right? It's as simple as that. So don't worry if all you can think about is, I don't want this. I know I don't want what I now have. Think about it in terms of, what a perfect place to start. What a great place to start. I don't want this. Well, then maybe I want that. Maybe if I turn, what I like to do is take the exact opposite. I used to write up a sheet of things I didn't want, and I'd cross them out and write what I did want right on the opposite side of it. You know, a side-by-side analysis or whatever you might want to call it. Give that a try for yourself today. Maybe in thinking about what you want in a relationship, or what you want in a job, or what you want in a life, or how you want to create a life of your choosing. What do you want? And as you think about that, and as you notice what you don't want, cross it out and write the opposite, or write something to the effect of what you do want. Because when you start stating what you want, it's at that moment you'll start sending out a vibration about what you want, as opposed to sending out a vibration about what you don't want, right? Does that make sense to you? Say it with me. I know I don't want this, but I do want this. You know, as a matter of fact, change that whole thing. Let's just say, I want this, and put it down. I want to travel. I want less hours. I want to work from home. I want to make more money. I want more love in my relationship. I want a partner who is kind and loving. I want a partner who is nice. I want a partner who thinks of me. I want a partner who shares my life. Whatever it is that you want, right? Say it, get clear on it, start sending out that vibration. And when you do, the universe will start matching that vibration and sending you back exactly what you want. Whether you're looking for what you want in the form of a relationship or a job or health or a life of your choosing. A life of your choosing, right? I thank you so much for joining me today. It's just so wonderful to be able to share some positive energy, because I know the more positive energy we bring into our lives, the easier it gets for us to see clearly exactly what it is we do want. And that way we can start moving in the direction of creating a life of our choosing. Have a wonderful day today, one in which you realize exactly what you want, or at least something on the path. You realize you start sending out a vibration of what you do want instead of what you don't want. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Your wingman Michael from the Wingman's Path to Positivity here in Hoi An, Vietnam, signing off.